Mike McCarthy said one word, and it caught everyone's attention. It brought back memories of a past partnership and raised new questions. Now the future of the Steelers may depend on what Aaron Rodgers decides to do next. Mike McCarthy stood at the podium in Pittsburgh wearing black and gold for the first time, and with just one word, he reopened one of the most complicated quarterback stories the NFL has seen in years. Definitely. That was McCarthy's answer when asked if he would welcome Aaron Rodgers back in 2026 should the veteran quarterback decide he is not done playing football. It was a simple response, but it carried weight far beyond the room. It instantly tied together the past, the present, and an uncertain future for the Steelers, Rodgers, and McCarthy himself. For Pittsburgh, this is a franchise stepping into a new era. For Rodgers, it is a crossroads after a difficult and demanding 2025 season. And for McCarthy, it is the possibility of reuniting with the quarterback who helped define his career as a head coach. The story begins with McCarthy's arrival. After years of stability under Mike Tomlin, the Steelers made a bold move by turning to McCarthy, a coach with a Super Bowl ring, deep playoff experience, and a reputation for working closely with quarterbacks. His introductory press conference was meant to focus on culture, vision, and leadership. Instead, it quickly centered on Rodgers, the most famous and polarizing player on the roster. McCarthy did not hesitate. He spoke warmly about Rodgers, about experience, and about the value of having a quarterback who has seen every situation the league can offer. He acknowledged that Rodgers would need time to decide what he wants next, but made it clear that from his perspective, the door was wide open. That openness matters because Rodgers' future is anything but clear. The 2025 season in Pittsburgh was challenging in ways both expected and unexpected. Rodgers arrived with massive attention and sky-high expectations. Every throw was analyzed. Every comment was debated. Every loss felt heavier because of who he was and what he represented. Statistically, the season had its moments. There were flashes of the old brilliance, stretches where Rodgers still looked like one of the smartest and most accurate passers in football. But there were also long periods of inconsistency, physical wear, and frustration. Pittsburgh made the playoffs, but the run ended sooner than many hoped. For a franchise that prides itself on postseason success, an early exit felt like a missed opportunity. For Rodgers, it raised hard questions about whether his body and motivation could still match his mind. After the season, Rodgers spoke openly about uncertainty. He did not commit to returning. He did not announce retirement. He simply said he needed time. At his age, every season demands a deep personal evaluation. The grind is relentless. The recovery is longer. The margin for error is thinner. That is why McCarthy's words landed the way they did. These two men share a long history. In Green Bay, McCarthy and Rodgers were linked for over a decade. Together, they won a Super Bowl and turned the Packers into annual contenders. McCarthy trusted Rodgers to command the offense. Rodgers trusted McCarthy to put him in positions to succeed. Their partnership was not always smooth, but it was productive, intense, and successful. When McCarthy left Green Bay, many wondered if they would ever cross paths again. Years passed. Careers moved in different directions. Rodgers became a symbol of independence and control, while McCarthy rebuilt his reputation elsewhere. Now, unexpectedly, they find themselves connected again, this time in Pittsburgh. The intrigue is obvious. Could McCarthy be the coach who gets one more great season out of Rodgers? Could Rodgers, under a familiar voice and system, rediscover the rhythm that once made him nearly unstoppable? Or has time finally caught up, making any reunion more sentimental than practical? From the Steelers' perspective, the decision is complex. Rodgers brings experience that cannot be taught. He understands defenses, reads pressure, and manages games at a level few quarterbacks ever reach. His presence alone changes how opponents prepare. Young players listen when he speaks, teammates believe when he leads. But there are risks. Rodgers is no longer the durable Ironman he once was. Injuries linger longer. Recovery takes more time. A full season is not guaranteed. Building an offense around an aging quarterback requires careful planning and backup options. The Steelers must balance short-term competitiveness with long-term stability. McCarthy addressed this indirectly when he spoke about leadership and options. He made it clear that the team would not rush Rodgers. The decision would belong to the quarterback. That approach reflects respect, but it also reveals confidence. McCarthy knows that even if Rodgers decides to walk away, Pittsburgh must be prepared. Still, his preference was unmistakable. For Rodgers, McCarthy's arrival could be reassuring. Few coaches know him better. Few understand how to communicate with him during adversity. Few have designed offenses that fit his strengths as naturally. After a season filled with pressure and noise, familiarity might be appealing. Yet familiarity also comes with expectations. McCarthy would not want Rodgers back as a ceremonial figure. He would want him as a competitor. That means commitment, preparation, and leadership at the highest level. It means enduring the full grind again, knowing the ending is closer than the beginning. Rodgers must ask himself what he wants the final chapter to look like. Does he want one more run with a coach he trusts in a city that demands toughness and accountability? Does he want to walk away on his own terms, without risking another physically draining season? Or does he want to explore a different path altogether? The locker room is watching closely. Veteran players understand what Rodgers brings, younger players see opportunity in learning from him. At the same time, there is awareness that the franchise cannot wait forever. Decisions will need to be made before training camp, before game plans, before futures solidify. Public reaction has been mixed, as expected. Some fans see McCarthy's comment as common sense. If you have a quarterback of Rodgers' caliber willing to play, you welcome him. Others worry that the team is clinging to the past instead of building toward the future. Both views carry truth. What makes this moment different is the honesty. McCarthy did not hedge. He did not deflect. He said what he felt. That kind of clarity sets the tone for his tenure. It tells players that communication will be direct. It tells Rodgers that if he chooses to return, he will be wanted, not tolerated. There is also the question of legacy. Rodgers is one of the most accomplished quarterbacks in NFL history. Every additional season shapes how he will be remembered. Another strong year could reinforce his greatness. Another difficult one could complicate it. McCarthy, too, has legacy considerations. A successful reunion could redefine his late career. A failed one could invite criticism. In Pittsburgh, patience is respected, but winning is expected. The city understands football in a deep and personal way. It celebrates toughness, resilience, and honesty. Rodgers fits some of that mold, McCarthy fits much of it. Together, they could either write a compelling final act or decide it is time to close the book. As of now, nothing is decided. Rodgers remains silent, thoughtful, and deliberate. McCarthy continues preparing for his first offseason as Steelers head coach. The front office monitors options, plans, contingencies, and waits. But one thing is clear: the possibility is real. The door is open, and the past has found a way to intersect with the present once more. When McCarthy said definitely, he did more than answer a question. He invited a conversation about trust, timing, and unfinished business. Whether that conversation ends with Rodgers back under center in 2026 or with a quiet farewell remains unknown. What is certain is that the choice will define the next chapter for all involved, for a quarterback deciding how much he has left, for a coach stepping into a new challenge, and for a franchise balancing respect for greatness with the pursuit of its future. In the end, the answer will come not from a podium, but from Rodgers himself. Until then, Pittsburgh waits, the league watches, and the story continues to build. One word at a time.